Namaste yogis. Welcome to Yoga with Penny. I'm Penny and today we have a yoga flow for you, working through all areas of the body. You want to have a couple of blocks or something similar, really firm rolls of toilet paper or a couple of cans do the job really nicely for our standing postures. So any point in your practice today you want to take a rest, take a child's pose. And make sure you honor your body. Only go as far into the postures as your body allows, softening around your edges, and always remain with the breath. So find yourself seated. Take a couple of breaths in and out the nose. You can close your eyes, root the sitting bones, but grow tall through the spine, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down. And just drop inward. Explore your inner world as you root to your yoga mat. Don't manipulate the breath in any way, just breathing in and out the nose. As you come to the present moment, leave everything else off your mat except your practice. Allow the eyes to open and take a couple of shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Up, back. Feel the shoulder blades slide down to back ribs. Just do that a couple more times. Up, back, and down. And just roll those shoulders back. Interlace your hands behind your back. So it looks like this. And try to bring the bottoms of the palms together so you can externally rotate these shoulders just a little bit. And as you do this, draw the fingers towards the earth. Just drop your chin towards your chest slightly. The chin does not have to touch the chest. And then feel a little stretch through the back of the neck. And then allow the chin to follow the smile of the collarbone. Just gentle neck stretches. And the chin just slides along the collarbone. Of course, it's not touching, it's above it, but just following the line of the collarbone. And then stop in the center. Bring your gaze back up. Now take those hands, those interlaced fingers, and bring them over to the left side. Tuck that left elbow in and roll that right shoulder down. Feel a little stretch here. If you want to go a little further, inhale, and as you exhale, drop the left shoulder towards the left ear. Actually, the left ear towards the left shoulder would be more like it. And then bring the head back up. And let's switch to the other side. So bringing those fingers over to your right hip, tuck that right elbow back, and roll the left shoulder down. You can stay here, inhale, and as you exhale, right shoulder towards right ear, and just notice which side feels a little more tight. You're breathing in and out the nose. And then come all the way up. Have your right shin out in front or on top. Okay? And root the sitting bones back into the earth. Grow tall through the spine. And inhale, bring the right arm up and the left fingertips to the earth. And do a little side stretch here. Open through the right shoulder, soften through the left elbow, and make sure the right sitting bone is still rooted into the earth. Now you can look slightly down or slightly up. Take a couple breaths here. The heart is forward. You're not slumping in. Take the right fingertips to the back of the head. And inhale, open that right elbow. Exhale, curl it in, bringing the right elbow to the left knee. And then inhale, open up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, open up. One more time. Exhale, curl it in. Keep your belly drawn in. Inhale, all the way up. Reach the arm up. Maybe a little look up this time. And then all the way up. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Keep a nice long spine here. And now walk the fingertips to the left. You can drop the head between your arms now if that feels good. Feeling a stretch through the right hip, right side body. And then walk your fingers back to center. Draw your belly in. Come back to center. Do a couple of shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Rolling up, back, down. And then let's switch sides. Plant your fingertips. This time, bring the left shin out in front or on top, whatever works for you in your sitting position. And make sure those sit bones are rooted into the earth. Plant the right fingertips. Bring the left arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. Reach, root the left sitting bone. Soften through the right elbow. And then bring those left fingertips to the outside of your head. Open up. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, draw the left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, make sure the belly remains drawn in. And then inhale, open. Release the fingertips. Take a little stretch here. Maybe you look up this time. You'll bring yourself all the way back up and crawl those fingertips out again. And this time you're going to crawl the fingertips to the right. Drop your head between the arms. Feeling the stretch through the left hip. Walk those hands back up through center. Inhale, all fours as you exhale. Knees. You're going to find your knees underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, but not your thumb. Your thumb goes to about 60%, and then really root the fingers, the finger pads into the earth, and start some cat and cows here. So we're going to go to cow pose, drop the belly, raise the gaze, raise the sitting bones, shoulders back and down. Exhale, cat pose, tuck the chin down the spine, press the earth away. And when you look in your cat pose, make sure your feet almost disappear behind your knees, so they're in alignment, and then right back into your cat pose. You can flow here a few times. If you want a little wrist stretch through here, you can turn your fingers towards the outer portion of your mat and cat and cow, or you can continue to turn the fingers so they face your knees in your cat and cow. So only in your cat and cow are you doing this with the palms. You don't even have to do this. It's just a little stretch for your wrists. You turn my palms back around. You take an inhale here with the fingers facing in front of the mat. Exhale, side body stretch. Look over your right shoulder at your right heel. Drop the hips a little more to the left. And then inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side body stretch. You can go a little slower or a little faster. I'm going to do one more on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Now I'm going to walk my palms forward and get some of those big, juicy hip circles. So I'm just going to start with maybe dinner plate size hip circles here. And maybe I'm going to make them even bigger and a little juicier as my hips start to open up, the hip socket, the acetabulum and the femur joint. So you want to go in both directions here, making them as big or as small as you want. Just pay attention to the hips. If you go too much of a big circle and they start to not feel comfortable, then make your circles smaller. All right. One more time, I'm going to go on each side just because it feels so good. All right. And then coming back to center, sit back into a child's pose, bring your big toes together, knees apart as far as comfortable, and then drop it. Make it an active child's pose, so maybe you're up on fingertips, forehead to the earth, and slide the arm bones back and down. And then flatten the palms, let the forearms come to the earth, and here's where you can set your intention
What is it you want from your practice today? Or maybe what is it you want to draw into your life next? Set your intention, stating it 3 times to yourself in the present tense, such as, I am abundant, or whatever your intention is. And then slide those palms back, press yourself up, bring the knees together, coming into bear pose, so curl the toes under. It's a bent knees, downward dog, so you look like a bear here. So just pedaling out your bear first with bent knees. I like to come up on toes and bring my knees to the right, and then come back and bent knees to the left. So imagine you're a bear just waking up and stretching a little here. And then slowly bring the feet back to center and start to lengthen the legs long. Coming into your first downward dog where you paddle the feet out, raising one heel as you lower the other. It's okay if your heels do not touch the earth. Palms are rooted, root pressed through the base of the index finger, and then shake your head no, let your head go, and then feel the energy from the spine, all the way at the bottom of the spine where your tailbone is, all the way up the crown of the head, and then the opposite way down through the legs. Feel the energy as you press both heels towards the earth and press your torso towards your thighs. That's it, beautiful. Now we're gonna wave here, so come up high on your toes and then wave yourself out to a plank pose. Now notice if you have to adjust your hands or your feet. This is how big your downward dog needs to be, is where your plank is perfect. So my shoulders are over my fingertips, my belly's drawn in, I'm squeezing my glutes and thighs, and then wave right back into your downward dog. So your palms are on land, and your feet are on land, but the rest of your body is a wave, an ocean wave, between the 2 continents of your palms and your feet, and then wave back. Just keep flowing here. Let's do that one more time. Inhale all the way forward. Exhale all the way back. And now inhale all the way back forward and come to hover. So half push-up for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Bring your fingertips to the corners of your mat. Fingertips. And then press up into your cobra pose. Stretching front body. Elbows are slightly out to the side. And then back down you go. And then inhale, wave yourself up. And exhale down. And just do that a few more times. And then come all the way down. Palms underneath shoulders. Up to plank pose. And back to your downward dog. And you start to walk the feet in towards the hands. Coming into a little dangle pose here. So bend the knees, grab opposite elbows. Swaying side to side. Yes, we're still warming up. Getting ready to flow a little bit more, but we're still balancing our spine, getting it ready for our practice. And then come to stillness. Bring your feet a little closer together. Maybe the toes touch. Half lift here. Fold as you exhale, forehead towards the shins. Weight to the balls of the feet. Let's do that again. Half lift, and then fold in. One more time. Half lift. Create space between each of those vertebrae. And then fold in, root to rise, all the way up with an inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. As you exhale, goal post the arms and twist to the right. Inhale up, exhale, goal post your arms, twist to the left. Inhale up, right down the middle, maybe a little back bend, squeeze the glutes, pull the belly in. Inhale up, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, step it back to your plank pose as you exhale, half push up. 3, 2, 1, lower all the way down, fingertips on the corners of your mat. Inhale up into your flowing cobra, exhale down. Inhale like a wave, exhale down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Plant the palms, curl the toes under. Push yourself back to a plank pose and right back into your downward dog. You can jump or hop to a half lift here. Just honoring your body. Fold with the exhale, root to rise all the way up with an inhale. Goal post your arms, twist to the right. Inhale up, goal post the arms, twist to the left. Inhale up, goal post the arms, right down the center. Inhale up, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, plank pose as you exhale, one more round. Lower down, half push up for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, plant your fingers and wave yourself up here. Make sure you're breathing in and out the nose. And palms under shoulders, one more time, plank pose to downward dog. Step or hop to a half lift. Fold with the exhale, root to rise all the way up with an inhale. Hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra with the exhale. Close your eyes, root your feet, and revisit your intention. Inhale, Urdhva Sthasana, arms up overhead, Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, plank pose as you exhale, and yes, let's do it one more time. Hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, some cobra waves here. Inhale up, becoming more and more like a wave, more fluid, more yielding. And then back to your plank pose, back to your downward dog. Right leg close to the sky with an inhale, open that right hip, so square the shoulders to the front of the mat as you root the left foot into the earth and open your right hip, okay? Arms are long and strong, spiral the biceps towards one another. Inhale, right leg floats. Exhale, cheetah pose, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift, leg back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Right knee right down the center. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Low lunge pose. So you want to feel stretch in the left hip flexor and then come all the way up in those arms with an inhale. Draw the belly in, draw the arms, shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale, go post your arms and a little twist to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Inhale up, exhale, open heart, little back bend. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, plant the palms. Half split pose, feeling a stretch in the right hamstring. You're breathing in and out the nose. And then back to your low lunge. Plant the palms, wide pyramid pose. So up you go, both legs are long and strong. My left heel doesn't touch down, and that's okay, that's my back heel. Now pull your belly in and test your balance. Maybe bringing the palms to face back, and the palms are underneath your right thigh, maybe even one underneath the hips. Sink your forehead towards your right shin. Turn the fingers forward, walk them to the front of the mat. Inhale into your high crescent lunge, so set it up. That back left heel is off the earth. The right knee is over the right ankle, and up you go, trying to get that beautiful 90-degree angle in that front knee, that right knee. Now, all the way up you go, straighten both legs, and as you exhale, goal post the arms and twist to the right. And then inhale all the way up, exhale back down, twist to the left. Inhale back up, both legs in, arms are straight. Exhale right down the center. One more time, straighten both legs and both arms. Back to your high crescent lunge, bringing the hands to heart center. Take a big inhale here, left elbow to outer right thigh, and twist. Now you can stay here. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can open those arms up. Bring the palms back together. Inhale all the way up. Take your right hand to your left hamstring and your left arm up, and take a big stretch here. Both palms float to the sky with an inhale. Plant the palms, you're in runner's lunge. Setting up for warrior two, my back is going to be to you, so I do apologize. Thank you for being patient with me with that. But lower the left heel to the earth, right heel, left arch alignment, and then windmill yourself up. So again, you have that beautiful bend in the right knee. Arms are long, your gaze is towards that right middle finger. You can gaze back to make sure your left arm and your right arm are in line. Shoulders back and down, and left sit bone under. And start to flow here. Inhale, gentle warrior, side stretch to the right side. Keep that bend in the front knee, rooting both feet. Exhale to your side angle pose. You can extend it or you can keep the arm up. And start to flow here. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale to your gentle, exhale to your side. Do 2 more rounds on your own breath. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Plant your palms on the earth. All right, take a breath here too. Just in and out the nose, keeping that left knee off the earth. It's a nice strengthening pose here. All right, now we're gonna walk our way all the way to Anjali Mudra. So you're gonna walk your palms to the left side of your mat, lengthen your right leg long. So I'm gonna turn around so you can see me. So your right leg is long, and your left knee is bent, coming to Anjali Mudra here in your side runner's lunge, deep runner's lunge. You can also take your block here and come up if you need to. If you can't do, you have a couple levels here, and then just hang out feeling that incredible stretch on the inner thigh, and you're pulling your belly in, creating core strength here. All right, plant the palms. Slowly shift yourself into a Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Now you can stay at a half lift here, shift the weight towards the balls of the feet so the hips are in line with the ankles, or you can draw yourself in. Yogi's choice, whatever works. I love to tuck my fingers underneath my heels and draw myself in. So to make it a little more challenging, I'm going to bring my legs a little closer and draw myself in. All right, and release the fingertips. Come to a half lift here. Back to a runner's lunge. As you exhale, this time the left foot's in front. So spin to the left side of your mat, the back of your mat, and then step it back to a downward dog. All right. Right leg close to the sky with an inhale, high crescent lunge as you exhale. So step the right foot forward between the hands, and then come all the way up. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, supported warrior three. So having your blocks at the front of your mat, you're going to step forward into a supported warrior three. So I'm going to use my blocks here to bring my head in line with my hips, so I'm not sinking my head below my hips. I'm floating my floating left leg. That's a point, like a ballerina, and just drawing the toes back. Head is in line, and neck are in line with the spine. And then rotate that left hip down. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, draw that left knee in, maybe drawing the forehead towards the left knee. Inhale, step the left foot in front of the right. So you're crossing the left foot in front of the right. Using your blocks here, do a little half lift. And then fold as you exhale. Half lift, inhale, feeling this stretch. Definitely along the right hip and lower back, and maybe the left as well. One more time, draw it in. And breathe. All right, keeping your legs crossed, transitioning to pigeon pose. You're going to take that right leg, step it to the back of the mat as you lower the right knee and the left knee down. Okay, so coming down to your pigeon, but we're going to keep it an up pigeon to begin with, because I want to set it up. So floint the left foot. Okay, left foot is flointed. Just draw the toes back as you point the foot. Lift through the left ankle just slightly as you press the left knee down. And breathe. This was a release. Now, one more thing is to curl your right toes under, lift the knee, rotate the right hip down,
a little further, and then come down, uncurl the right toes. Take your fingers out just like we did in those cobras, fingertips on the earth, and let's do some pigeon push-ups. So roll yourself down, elbows out to the side, and then up you go. Maybe a little look up, exhale down, and then up, down with the exhale, inhale up, and then finally sink into your pigeon pose to your degree. Come up back onto your palms, curl those right toes under, scooch the right knee forward, come back into your downward dog, nice and carefully. Paddle out the feet again, really lengthen through the arms, press the torso towards the thighs, and then settle into your dog. All right, let's do that other side. So first we're gonna walk our feet towards the front of our mat, coming into a half lift. Fold the exhale, bend the knees, I didn't forget chair pose. Drop the booty down, chair pose between sides. Lower your booty down. Look, make sure you can see your toes. Not shift the knees and hips back a little bit. Spiral the biceps towards one another and draw that belly in like nobody's business. And then Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Plank pose as you exhale. Let's just do one regular chaturanga. Cobra pose or upward facing inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Woo. All right, left leg floats to the sky. Then inhale, bend the knee, open the hip, square the shoulders to the front of the mat, and root your right foot and your palms into the earth. Your head is hanging. Left leg floats to the sky. Inhale, left knee, right elbow as you exhale. Cheetah pose. Inhale, left leg floats. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, right down the center. Cheetah pose. Inhale, left leg floats. Exhale, lunge pose, low lunge, right knee to the earth, and left knee over the ankle, in line with the second and third toe. And inhale those arms out, feeling that stretch to the right hip flexor. Okay. Inhale, exhale, goal post the arms, and then twist slightly to the left. Inhale, lengthen arms, exhale, goal post, twist to the right. Inhale, right down the center with those goalpost arms. Inhale, arms float. Exhale, half split, plant the palms. Curl the left toes towards your face. Long spine, draw and drape yourself over the left thigh. All right, and then come back into your low lunge. Curl your toes under, your back toes, your right toes, pyramid pose. So this is a really wide pyramid here. So that back heel is probably not going to touch the earth, and if it, back palm, I mean that back heel. And if it does, awesome. Draw yourself in, challenge yourself by bringing your hands, fingers face backwards, and draw yourself in. Turn those palms around. High crescent lunge, set it up. Right heel over the right toes, 90-degree angle bend in the front knee, and up you go. Ooh. All right, now let's raise it up. With an inhale, goal post your arms, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, to the right. Inhale, lengthen, right down the center, and maybe a little back bend here. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, back into your high crescent lunge with prayer hands. Take a big inhale. You're going to twist with the exhale, right elbow to outer left thigh. Draw yourself in. Draw the right ribs towards the left inner thigh. Maybe you open the arms up. Palms come back together. Inhale all the way back up into your high crescent lunge. And then left hand to right hamstring, right arm. Just give yourself a nice stretch here. Take a big inhale, runner's lunge. As you exhale, setting up for warrior two, palms are on the earth. Right heel spins down, left knee is bent, and then Bring yourself up into your warrior two. Sink into the front thigh. Engage and lift through that back thigh. And then gaze, drishti, right down that middle finger of the left hand. Feet are rooted. Draw the inner knees just a little bit towards the pinky toes. And gentle warrior. Flip the left palm up and right arm down. Feel the stretch in the left side body. Inhale up, exhale into your side angle. Maybe the arms up, maybe you extend. And then start to flow. Let's do 2 more of each. 2 more gentles with the inhale. And exhaling into your side angle. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to your warrior two with an inhale. Float the palms to the earth. Runner's lunge. Feel the stretch through that right hip flexor. All right, so let's do the runner's lunge, long-legged runner's lunge. So start to walk your palms to the right side of your mat, extending the left leg, bending the right knee. Anjali Mudra, or fingertips on the earth, or if you're up a little more on blocks. And then draw yourself in. Feel the stretch this time on the left inner thigh, left leg. Drawing your belly in, shoulders are back and down, and you've got a smile on your face because it's yoga. All right, plant those fingertips on the earth like we did last time. Let's come right into our Prasarita Konasana, wide-legged forward fold. Feet are slightly pigeon toes, or the toes are facing front, and draw yourself in. So this time, let's add a twist to it. So come to a half lift here, and maybe this is enough for you to plant the right palm and just spin the left arm to the sky. Try not to transition the hips. You could draw yourself in a little bit more to deepen the twist. You can even take the right hand to the left shin and draw yourself in. Bending that elbow. You're breathing. And then come back to center, neutralize with a half lift. And then your twist on the other side, whether it's just planting the left palm and spinning up slightly, keeping the hips where they are, or drawing yourself in, left fingertips to right shin, drawing yourself in. Come back to center, half lift with an inhale, runner's lunge as you exhale, and then just set it up. Feel that beautiful stretch in the right hip flexor to supported warrior three. So let's step from here to our supported warrior three. Use your blocks if you need to. Rotating that right hip down, flointing the floating right foot. Shoulders are back and down, belly's drawn in, no bend in that left knee. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, draw the right knee in, maybe forehead reaches towards the right knee. Inhale, and then step that right foot in front of the left and draw yourself in. Inhale, remember the right foot is crossed in front of the left. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, half lift, create space, exhale, fold into it. Preparing for pigeon pose, plant your fingertips on earth, step the left foot back to the back of the mat. Left knee and right knee come down so the right knee's in line with the front of the mat. The left shin is, or right shin is in line with the front of the mat. Left leg's behind you. Let's set it up just like we did on the other side. So floint the right foot, meaning point the foot, flex the toes back, lift just slightly the right ankle as you press the right outer knee into the earth. Curl the left toes under, maybe lifting the knee, rotating that left hip down a little more, and then relax the back foot down. All right, fingertips, we're gonna do those push-ups again. So fingertips to the corner of the mat, and then exhale down. Inhale to your pigeon push-up, and start to flow here. Let's do one more. And then sink into your pigeon pose. Well done.
those palms, come back up, curl the left toes under, scoot the left knee forward, right back into a downward dog. Pedal it out a couple times, releasing the hips. All right, come up high on your toes and inhale, all fours as you exhale, crawling those knees to the front of the mat. Cross the ankles, walk your fingers back as you sit down, preparing for Navasana, boat pose. So start with the knees bent, nice long spine, no rounding in the back, so long spine. Maybe you lift to bent knees, supporting your thighs with your hands, as long as that back's not rounding. Maybe you lengthen to a V. Maybe you can come all the way out for 10, 9, 8, bellies in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the fingertips, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, and a long spine, bound angle, just to let that go. And this is a great point for me to reach my blocks. And I just realized my one block matches my pants. All right, so if you don't have blocks, no worries. I'm going to place blocks by my hips. Bring my legs long into Dandasana stack pose. All right, maybe you lift up and then sit back down. Okay, working a little bit of the core here before we finish the practice. Bend your knees hip width apart. Palms on the blocks or on the earth. And then inhale into a reverse table, gazing at your navel. But if it feels good, let the head come back. Use your belly's drawing you up. And then exhale, slowly come back, floating the glutes. So you're not touching down and your feet curl, your toes curl towards your face. And then we're gonna float here. Reverse table, and then pull through. Your belly is doing all the work. So draw it in, engage the belly. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower down. Awesome job. Take those blocks, put them to the side. Hug the knees into the chest. Nice long spine here. And let's make our way onto our back to finish our practice out. Draw the knees into the chest, rocking side to side a couple times. All right, let's go ahead and get a little twist in. So knees are into the chest. As you exhale, bring the arms out to the side and let the knees just drop to the left. Gaze can be right. Make sure both shoulders are on the earth. Gaze up, draw the belly in, bring the knees back to center, and then arms out to the side as you exhale, those knees drop to the right. Gaze can go left or just stay straight up. And gaze back to center, draw the belly in, bring the knees back over the chest. If a happy baby pose is in your practice, or even a supine butterfly with the feet off the earth, go ahead and take your happy baby pose or your supine butterfly just to neutralize your spine. Take a couple breaths here. And then take a big inhale, Shavasana pose as you exhale. And just let your legs go long. Feel every part of your body that's connected to the mat. Feel yourself getting heavier and heavier with each exhale. Feel your body responding to your practice. As your body cools down, the muscles start to take the shape that your practice brought to them. Body totally relaxed, sinking, heavy. staying here as long as you want. When you're ready, you're going to just wiggle the fingers and toes, maybe rotating wrists and ankles while your head just sways side to side a couple times, keeping the head on the mat. And then when it feels right, stretch your body long. Take a big breath in, point the fingers, point the toes, knees to chest as you exhale. Rolling to your right side until fetal position, right ear on right bicep. Take a couple more sips of relaxation here. Send a smile to your heart and a note of gratitude to your entire being, physical, mental, and emotional being, for practicing your yoga today. Pressing that left palm into the earth, slowly make your way up to a seated position. Eyes are closed or soft gaze in front of you at the floor. And bringing the palms to Anjali Mudra, prayer, thumbs at the sternum. You are an emissary of light and love, and I'm honored that you chose to practice yoga with me today. And the light in me bows and honors to that light in you. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Have a blessed day. I'll see you next class.